Hey everyone, my name is Balraj Gill, and on this channel I talk about just my journey in life, spirituality, mainly spirituality and ethics right now, because that's just what I'm really devoting my life to for this time being. So subscribe to my channel if you like. But this morning I want to talk about learning lessons. So, a couple months ago, I started seeing this really strong, beautiful lioness in my visualizations. She would just kind of appear in my thoughts. And I thought, okay, all right, fine, just surrender to it. And she's like a warrior, very strong. Now, what I've realized is that lioness has been a sign for me of strength. And my strength usually comes out of my failures because I've always had an attitude of not accepting failure. No way. I've always, I have to say, learned lessons out of each failure through my persistence, because failure has never ever been an option for me. Now, I did this all throughout school. I always studied really hard. There's people that just get it, like my brother. He didn't even have to study and he would get amazing marks. Me, on the other hand, I studied and studied and studied and studying because failure was never an option, and I always got good grades, but it was through persistence and study and ethics and hard work. So I did that. So school was never a problem. And then even with my business, there are so many things that I did wrong, and that's why I'm going to write a book about it, all the things that you don't want to do in business, in a startup. There's so many things I did wrong, and there's so many times I'm alone, I'm a single mom. There's so many times I wanted to just fold and let it all go, but no, my persistence and my attitude to you are not failing. You learned lessons that need to be learned in business. You learn them and you apply it and you get it done. So I did. And I can say, like, I've gotten it done. Learning about social media, learning about sales funnels, learning about how to get people through your door. All this I learned while I had this business, and all the stress, the money stress, the financial stress, all of that. Recently, my biggest learning curve has been this whole spirituality thing coming from consciousness. So I was in a relationship last year, which didn't work out. And in my relationship, it was my first, I've been aware of the sixth sense for about 10 years. But what I realized from my past relationship was I still was in the mind. I was half in my heart, not even half. I was probably like 30 to 40% in my heart, but just life bogged me down so much. I was in my head a lot because of the stresses of life, business, all of it. We all feel them, right? So I was in my head a lot more than I was in my heart. So once the relationship ended, I really started thinking about it, and like, where did it go wrong? What happened? Because this is the type of learning and attitude that I live with. So when I started looking at all the paths, it was like, okay, I need to open up my heart space. What is consciousness? What's your subconscious? So I dove full on, and I've been doing this like for the last 6 months, dove into it, and I really began to develop myself. And the first thing that happened was I started feeling self-love for me. Like, I began to, just with meditation, I was meditating before too, but now I was like doing 2 meditations and full time in this. So I began to develop this self-love for myself that was so radiating, and it brought me to a higher vibration. And this higher vibration, this self-love, got me like, I started doing things without stress. Like, now the business does not stress me out. My business opened up, and I'm doing wonderfully in my business. I have now, just with this love and this open heart, I've always wanted to be around mentors and people that have made it. Like, when I say made it, I mean they work hard, they grind, they're not lazy, and they've made it, like millions made it. Because that kind of work ethic, it's 20% of the population that does it. And I wanted to be part of that 20%, and I'm there. Like, I am talking to somebody now that is part of that 20% work ethic person. But I want to do it with balance now. That is not all me. I am a spiritual being first, and then all of this just opened up and it just happened. Other things I started doing, I was so in my mind that I would go up and shower, my hair would be wet, and I'd run out the door like an idiot. Now it's like I shower, I stop. I just noticed I've been putting cream on my skin after my shower. I've been putting like product in my hair. Mainly I use oil in my hair because it's so big. And I've been feeling good. And I was like, that's weird. I wonder why I've been feeling so good. Touched my skin. Oh my God. Yes, I've been taking care of myself more. And I didn't even notice I was doing things. But it's because of the self-love. And the beauty always comes out of when you can look at a lesson. If somebody is criticizing you and you take that criticism and you turn it around and you use it as a seed and you plant it and you grow from that seed, that's what I feel like I was able to do from my past. And I am so content, and it's so beautiful to understand why people come in your life and how you can experience growth from it if you allow yourself to grow from it, if you learn those lessons. Because at the end, there's this beautiful closure, and you can actually say, thank you. Like, thank you to your family if you don't get along with them. When you come to this closure, it's like, thank you, and you send them love. Even if there's anger coming towards you, or you start feeling anger, dissolve it, because nothing comes out of no's. Nothing comes out of anger. But when you can say yes and you can radiate the love, it just dissolves, and in essence, you grow yourself. So once you've come to a closure, which I feel so good about, like an ending in my life. And now I'm so excited about this next step that I'm about to make in my spiritual world, and in my business. Like, everything has just come to balance, and that's what self-love does, and that's what people do for you. People come into your life and leave for a reason, and it's a beautiful thing. Find the beauty in the lessons that they came to you to teach you. It's just such a beauty. So don't get offended, don't get negative, don't get mad, but these are all lessons. Send people love and learn the lesson, and I promise you, you will have growth, you will have contentment, you will have closure, and then you're going to have a new beginning. It's just so beautiful. Thank you. I hope that helps. Bye.